Question 3, okay, as we mentioned, it's about language, multi-layered point, different methods or techniques. I said 3, you could probably get away with 2. If you did 2 really, really well, you'd be fine. I think 3 is good because it means you get more credit. So if you can do 3, do 3. 2 is also fine. Depends how quickly you can work. And again, we're looking for multiple effects. Okay, this is the one that I wrote. Again, what I like to do is just to annotate your own as we go. I'll show you what I'm going to do to check that I've hit all the mark scheme. Okay. So in source B, the writer describes her first experience of cycling. So as I mentioned just there, okay, this is me answering the question. Underline where you've done that. Have you used those words? First experience of cycling. Underline them, please, or highlight them. As boring, until she went on the streets where it was exciting, but also made her nervous. So I've gone for sort of like a multi-layer point here. Now again, I probably could have got away with not doing the boring bit. I probably could have just said exciting, but also nerve-inducing or nervous. But I thought I want to try and get all of it in. So this here is my point. Okay, and again, you'll notice that I've underlined the multiple points that I've made within that one. Okay. Firstly, the writer uses the metaphor, so that's my technique, burning to try my fate in traffic. So I've embedded my quotation, so I've got quotation, I've got a technique, this will get me credit. Remember, it's the effect that matters. So it's not, you've got to say what it does. Firstly, the writer uses the metaphor, burning to try my fate in traffic, to emphasise her strong desires to ride her bicycle on real roads. But also the dangers that are involved. So I've tried to say 2 things about that one technique. Okay. Now if I've made 2 points, I have to explain both sides of it. The metaphorical verb burning, that's not a verb, it's an adjective. I was burning, to burn. I'll leave that for a sec. Metaphorical verb burning creates an image of contained energy that is desperate for escape, like a fire that needs oxygen. But the word fate suggests that her survival in this situation is out of her control, revealing how her excitement is driven by uncertainty. So I've made a multiple point. I've said it's both showing her desire but also her fear. I've then taken one word that shows the desire. I've explained why. Now notice I use this a lot. So I like this. I like creates an image. I prefer that to connotations. I don't really like the word connotations. I think often it leads to bad writing. So I would strongly recommend you, rather than saying connotations, try and use the word image. So this creates an image of something. So try and think of what it makes you visualize or see. When she says that she's burning, I don't imagine her literally being on fire. I imagine her full of energy and desire that's trapped. When she uses the word fate, it makes me think about this idea that we don't have much control. If fate is the idea that our lives are preordained or destined, then she's saying that she has no control over this situation. So again, trying to pick out the words that you think make you think or imagine something. The writer also uses the simile, nervous as a hare, to emphasise her fears about riding for the first time. The image of a hare, which is like a rabbit, creates a feeling of vulnerability, as hares are prey and have to move very fast to escape. This also emphasises her small size compared to the cabs also on the road. Okay, now you'll notice what I do a lot of here is I use bigger images. So I use nervous as a hare. I use the metaphor of burning to try my fate in traffic. But afterwards I then talk about individual words. It's very, very, very hard to analyse without talking about individual words. So try and get into that habit, please. Right? What's the overall effect of the phrase? And then how do the individual words within the phrase, burning, fate, hare, how those individual words create the overall meaning? Okay. Now I would hope with that answer, because I'm showing lots and lots of multiple layers, multiple points, multiple analysis, my hope is that I would get into level 4. I would definitely get level 3, and maybe I'd be in the 8% of people that get into level 4, hopefully.